everyone, checking in again today. Create My Motivation. You can friend me on Creation Motivation. But I wanted to start this video off by saying Happy New Year and Happy Holidays because it's that time. It is that time already. Felt like time has just flown by this year. I wanted to talk about the new year a little bit because this is just for weight loss and goals like that, and any goals, to be honest. This is kind of the biggest time of year for people to work on their goals, right? They call them New Year's resolutions and things like that. People try to learn a new language or make more money or get a new job or, the big one, lose weight. A lot of people every year say, this is the year I'm going to finally lose weight. I'm going to finally do this. And I, for one, am also extremely guilty of that. I have said this probably every year, except for maybe the 1 year where I was actually at my goal weight, or there was like 2 times I was there, but I think those years I had made a resolution to maybe get more toned and maintain my weight loss, and well, guess what? That didn't happen! Yeah, so I don't know the exact number or the statistics of it, but like most New Year's resolutions fail. It's something like over 70%. I don't know the exact number, but I think it changes every year. It just changes a lot. It varies. But yeah, most resolutions fail. They don't work. They don't go through. I think I also read somewhere that most resolutions, people quit them by mid-January. Like super fast, like not even a month. They don't even stick to it a month before moving on, especially like weight loss goals and stuff. And I can see that. I think for me, I'll last through February. But as far as weight loss, I'm always working at it. I'm always in this perpetual state of yo-yo dieting where I am doing good and losing weight, and then I'm not doing good and I'm gaining back the weight. And it's almost like a maintenance, but it usually is a slow gain, because I'll do so good and then I won't do good and I'll beat myself up and I'll get guilty. I'll become guilty and I'll eat my feelings away, and that leads to a slight gain, and then I panic and I try to lose the weight again, go down a little bit, then the same cycle happens again, and it's just consistent gain, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And was listening to a speech kind of thing, or podcast, I guess you could call it. They were talking about New Year's resolutions and how in order to actually achieve them, you have to release your fear and also your rigidity was the exact word they used, like your rigidity. Like a lot of people are very rigid in their way of life, and they're not flexible at all to doing new things. And it goes back to previous video or vlog pods I've done talking about you have to be open to doing new things to achieve certain goals, right? And there's also fear. Fear really holds us back. The fear of failure, which is ironic because allowing the fear of failure to hold you back from achieving something causes you to fail. But I guess what it is there's this excuse we can hold on to that, oh, I never tried it. I was too scared to try it. But it could work if I actually did it. If I actually do it, we'll be a success. And we can kind of comfort ourselves like, yeah, we'll be able to do it. We'll be able to someday we'll do it and it'll be great and I will be victorious and everything's going to be great. Whereas if you actually do it today and you force yourself, there is that risk that you are going to fail. And once you fail, it's like you can't hold on to that notion that, oh, in the future, I still have this option. I still have this success coming. And, you could sit in this comfy little bubble of safety where you're just like, yeah, I'll do it eventually. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it Monday. And I'm going to do so good. You'll see. It's all talk, right? It's all just talk. It's not action. I am pretty much guilty of that. I think a lot of people are guilty of that. I'm all talk. I love to dream about it instead of doing it. Dreams, they are so far away, yet they're just dreams. They're not like things you can actually reach out and touch and do. So it's kind of sad in that way, because if you just do it, if you just force yourself to do it and don't think of the failure aspect and just work on one step at a time, gradually getting into it, after a while, you're going to be making progress. You're going to be successful, and you're going to feel this feeling that's just the most amazing feeling in the world. And wish I could bottle up that feeling. It's so wonderful. When I reached my goal weight, I don't know, I've never felt that feeling before, and I haven't since. It's like this amazing accomplishment, and it just makes you smile, and you're so happy, But that's the thing. New Year's resolutions, they're really pushed on us in January. It's the new year. Everyone's doing it. It's kind of become more of a fad. It's like something cool that you can do and be like everyone else. And people will ask you, oh, what's your resolutions this year? And you could share like what you're planning on doing. And it's like going back to what I said. If you never go through with it, you could say, oh, I never got around to it, but I'm definitely going to do it. Instead of like someone asks, oh, how did your resolution go? Did you do it? Did you get there? And you're like, oh, I was just so busy. I couldn't do it because of this, and this, but I am going to do it. I am. You'll see. And you just put it off that way. And it's just comforting like that. Whereas if they ask you, oh, did you reach your New Year's resolution this year? And you say, yeah, I tried, but I didn't do it. I'm so mad at myself. That's worse, It feels worse mentally, and it just feels awful. But I feel like we should really promote something different. We should promote that it's better to have at least tried. And I have kind of seen that floating around social media, like quotes and stuff that say it's better to have tried than to have not, to have tried and failed than to have not tried at all. And I think it's important we push that mentality more than, what's currently going on, right? This whole fad thing of, reaching your resolution, but not having the chance to, being too busy. It's about self-care as well. A lot of people don't practice self-care in their lives, myself included. Unfortunately, they push everyone else ahead of them, everyone else's needs ahead of them. And when you do make time for yourself, it feels incredibly selfish. But it's really important for mental health and things like that, and as well as physical health, for weight loss and reaching a healthy weight range. It's so important to dedicate time to yourself. For me, when I have been most successful, blogging or vlogging, some kind of way I am writing and keeping myself accountable, sharing it with others online, even if it's anonymous, it's so good for staying accountable. It's just something that you think about, like, oh, they're probably wondering how I did this week, and you want to just keep checking in and making sure that you are on track and doing your best. And even when you have bad moments, you still check in. That's the most important, which I have not been doing so much. And that's why I do vlog pods. Even though I'm having a bad week or bad day, I'm here talking about it, forcing myself to face it, because if I don't want to know. I don't want to know where I'd be. But anyways, so that is one of the things I've done to be successful, is writing about it somewhere, vlogging about it. Also, the most important one, the food intake, calories in, calories out, staying in the right weight range. As far as the self-care goes, dedicate time to exercise. And not only that, make it exercise you enjoy. So for me, that's walking, running outside, jogging. I really love that. I like Taibo, I like treadmill, but they get very boring very quickly. Music, exercise with music is also really good. So self-care is so important, and it does take time out of your day When you have little ones, little babies that you're taking care of, that can be really difficult. For me, I would just pop them in the stroller and go. And there were some times, man, that was so stressful. I remember my poor little girl, my little baby, she was crying so much. I did everything I could. I gave her baba. I made sure she was warm enough. I made sure it was actually a hot day, so I kind of took a blanket off to see if that helped. I made sure the shade was over her. But there's just some days where they're not feeling it. And it's hard. Not gonna lie, it's really hard, especially when they're that little. When they're older, you get some time when they go to school, but what if you have a job, right? A full-time job? It's really difficult because then once you're done with your job, you got to get the kids, and then you have the kids and they are asking for attention as well. And then your family is asking for your attention and your husband. And it's this whole thing, we got to have time. You got to dedicate time somehow. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I just wanted to make a short little check-in about New Year's, and I hope you guys are planning your resolutions. And the thing is, if it doesn't go through, keep at it. Try again. Don't just give up on them like, oh, it was just a New Year's thing. Use the now. Don't wait. Don't be like, okay, I'll just start again next Monday. No, start again now. I know it's difficult. That whole mental block where you're beating yourself up and feeling guilty, it can really pull you down in the dumps. So I hope you all are feeling super motivated now. It's New Year's. This is the time to jump on that motivation. It's magical. I swear, motivation is a magical feeling that everyone says, I wish we could just bottle it up and keep it for those bad days, like a medicine or something. But no, motivation comes and goes. So if you're feeling it, grab it, hold on to it tightly, and go for it. Go for it. Get a jump start. Start now. Start today. And, do your best. And yeah, happy goal getting, everyone. This is the big day for goal getting. So go for those goals. Happy goal getting. I know I'm going to as well. And I'll be updating you again soon on my status and what I'm doing and all of that stuff. So yeah, have a great motivating day.